Good morning, everyone. Today marks the 30-year of Otakon experience. I didn't even know it was around for 30 years. First off, congratulations to Otakon having a 30-year convention, and it's probably one of the most popular conventions that's happening in DC. So, what better way to celebrate it by talking about my first Otakon experience? But before we even get to that, I gotta revert back because all this links together when I was in high school. And I'm pretty sure I told this story before, but this is like the official story for this that conveys into Otakon. Now, I used to 11th grade. There was a girl I had a crush on. She had she was light skinned. She had real pretty hair, and she had real pretty eyes. Now, granted, I love me a dark skinned woman. My preference is dark skinned woman, but for some reason, she just caught my eyes. It was something about her, and uh, she and like she was in one of my classes, one of my computer classes, and I saw her playing Street Fighter one time, and I was like, oh shoot, there's a game, little online Street Fighter game, and it had the same graphics as SVC Chaos, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I think someone knows what that is if you understand it. It looked like SVC Chaos or some shit like that. But one time, I found out the game she was playing, so I wanted to play it myself, and she seen me play it, and she was like, "Can I play with you?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." So that's when we started talking, and we started playing each other, and like I was bragging about her that no woman has ever beaten me in the Street Fighter before, and like she would not admit this, but like one time when we was playing, I was beating her so bad she pushed me off the chair so she could win, and like to this day she denies that. She was like, "Oh, you just fell out on purpose." I'm like, why did I fall out on purpose? But anyway, that's like the cute little story we have. So 11th grade going into 12th grade. We have the same art class. I'm like, cool. So I get to establish a little bit more of a conversation with her because for some reason my dumbass didn't think about asking for a number and talking to her outside of fucking school. But anyway, second chance come around. We got art class together. One of my favorite art classes ever, by the way. Except he kept playing the same fucking album, and if anybody's seen 40-year-old version, it was that guy that was playing the joint, and the one Paul Rudd is like, I'm fucking sick and tired of hearing this shit because you play it all the fucking time. He was playing that specific album, but not the live and concert version, but it was something along those lines of that artist. I can't remember what it was, but anybody understands, fill in there. Whoever seen 40-year-old version, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so we start throughout that time, chilling, laughing, all that other stuff, doing the work done, getting good grades. And then, like, I wanted to ask her for prom. I wanted to ask her to prom because that was my senior year. Kind of find out she's moving. Like, she moved during, like, Spirit Week, which is, like, in the middle of the school year. So, throughout that week, I was like, I'm gonna make this the best week ever. That whole week, I was trying to make it as memorable as possible. Kept messing with it and all that other stuff. And the last day, and I was like, I asked her, "Can I get a kiss?" And she said, "Okay." And I think she thought I was going to kiss her on the cheek. I kissed her on the lips, and then like it caught her off guard, but I could see that she liked it. So when I walked her down because we both had half a days, and she I, I had to leave because she had one more class, but I was done for the day. So um, I leave. I basically leave, and then we shared one more kiss, and it was a long, passionate kiss, and then that was the last time I seen her. And then this was during the time of MySpace. So MySpace was this is how old I am, and this was like around '06, '07. But a year, let's just say a year and a half later, I finally caught up to her. Found out where she was. Found her on MySpace. found out where she was, added her. We rekindled back to some talks, all that other stuff. So we go to, so I hit her with the I always liked you, always wanted to be, but I was too shy to say something. She was like the feelings mutual, which is why now I like every shot I take, whether I hit or miss, I'm taking a shot because when she said that, my heart sank. I was like, you mean to tell me I had a chance with her and I fucking fumbled the bag? I fucking fumbled the bag, and that's how I felt. So it was just like, and I told myself from now on, every shot I'm taking, I said I don't care if I hit or miss, I'm taking that shot. So, but she was telling me about, are you going to Otakon? I was like, what's Otakon? Otakon is an anime convention, and it's in Baltimore. And I had a job there, but I was like, I didn't know nothing about Baltimore. I never. The only time I went to Baltimore was when my father took me to an Orioles game because I was an Orioles fan. So this is the only time I've ever been to Baltimore is to go to an Orioles game. Don't know nothing about Baltimore. Mind you, I'm in Prince George's County, and if for anything, because it's like, isn't it in the same state? And this is the equivalent. If you are from Texas, if you're from Houston, and someone tells you you're from Dallas, you're gonna curse them the fuck out. Listen, I ain't from fucking Dallas. Now DC, or Prince George's County, Maryland, we're kind of like, uh, we're literally like, if you jump over this line, this DC, so we're connected, right? It's connected in the PG County, which is why it's the tri-state area. Anyway, so if you're from DC or like in the tri-state area or Prince George's County, Maryland, anywhere in the tri-state area, you're from one spot, and then Baltimore is another spot. So basically, if anybody tells you you're from Baltimore, you're like, I ain't from no motherfucking Baltimore. And I'm pretty sure they was like that with DC. It's like, oh, we ain't them. So two different languages too. When you come around, you be like, what the fuck? And we're only 45 minutes away, which is funny. Anyway, so she was like, yeah, you going to Otakon, and all this week. Be mindful, I was getting ready to go into the Navy, and uh, I was getting ready to go into the Navy, and like I did wanted to do something that summer, so I was like, yeah, I'm going, knowing no goddamn well I don't know nothing about no Baltimore. So, but I was like, yeah, I'm going. I wanted to see her. That's how badly I wanted to see her. So, with that being said, um, I dragged my friend along, Clarence, who, he's on my podcast. He's been shining well. And I was like, yo, you want to go to Otakon? He was like, what's Otakon? And I think this was his first Otakon, too, if I'm correct. But, I was telling him it's an anime convention and all that other stuff. So, it was in Baltimore. It was like, yeah, all right, cool. So, I originally, because I was working, and I was supposed to work that day, that Saturday. Be mindful, I already got paid. So, um, I was like, I literally asked my boss, yo, can I take off on Saturday so I could go to this convention? He said no. Now, I worked at a Pizza Bowlies. Anybody know what Pizza Bowlies is? But I worked at a Pizza Bowlies, and I was their top cashier. Let's just say that. I was the top cashier. I was the only cashier. Actually, me and this little Spanish joint that she was cute too. But she was new at the job, so I was basically supposed to be teaching her. So after he said no, I'm like, I'm going anyway. I said this to myself, I'm going anyway. So that Saturday, if anybody worked at a pizza spot, Friday and Saturday is your busiest days. I don't care where you at. Friday and Saturday is your busiest days. So going up there Saturday, I said, fuck it. I'm going to fucking Otakon. And my friend was just like, "Yo, you ready?" Yeah. So we make our way to fucking Otakon. We get to now. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I was going to get there. So we end up taking a Greyhound, which also started my hatred for Greyhound. But that's another fucking story. So and this is Greyhound wasn't even in Union Station at this time. Greyhound was like in another fucking location where you had to go. Like they had their own little station where they had the little arcade and all that other stuff. So um, we took the Greyhound and we rode up there. Now again, don't know nothing about Baltimore. We didn't even ask the rest how the fuck to get to Otakon. We walked from the Greyhound and we walked past M&T Bank Stadium, which is already in downtown. So that's just so that kind of helped a little bit because it's just like we could have been walking forever, but it was at M&T Bank Stadium. Walked past there, and then we just walked until we saw people in cosplay because we didn't know it. We just walking. Well, and I don't care anybody say this is how I know God is real because He directed me there. Next thing you know, we see people in cosplay. They go into this big ass building. I said, this might be it. Now, also, I didn't know conventions cost, so I had to pay for not myself but Clarence's ticket. Clarence didn't have no money, but I dragged him along anyway. I was gonna pay anyway. So we now he put some money in, but I like whatever he did, I covered for the rest. So we both was able to get tickets. Both again, grace of God. And I just got paid, but we was getting paid minimum wage, so it didn't cost anything. So we go in, and I'm on a mission. He just checking. He was checking the scenery out. I was checking the scenery out too. I was seeing a bunch of some nice ass cosplay, and this was in 2008 because I went into the Navy in 2008. This was in 2008. I go in and I'm just like blown away. First off, I'm blown away because the convention. This was in Baltimore convention. This was like I said. This was in Baltimore. Now it's in DC. This was in Baltimore. So the first thing I see is a bunch of anime people. Next thing you see is this shirtless black dude talking about ice cold water for only $1. And anybody that's been to a Baltimore Otakon know about that. So like I said, I'm on that fucking mission. I'm looking for the girl the whole fucking day. Now with that, I see some panels. I see like they had the video game set up and they had some food setups and all that other stuff. I'm sitting here still looking for. I go to the artist alleys and I'm seeing pictures and all that other stuff and I didn't see her the whole fucking day. Now I was still enjoying myself at the convention because the convention was cool and then there was a bunch of people there. But I was like, God damn, and then I didn't see her. So, but Clarence, I guess he knew some of the people, because he was chilling with this like pretty little dark skinned girl. She was dressed like Rouge the Bat, and I remember him talking to him, and I think he wanted to bring me over, but I felt like okay, I seen him talking to a girl, and then for some reason I was like, I'm gonna let him holler at the girl. I don't want to be no fifth wheel or third wheel or some shit like that. But so I let him go, and I don't know what he did with that girl, or if anything happened with that girl, but he was hollering at her, and I seen him holler at her. So I was like, damn. I didn't see her the whole fucking day. And I remember her telling me, he was like, there's a rave party at the end if you're like 18 or older or some shit like that. Now, be mindful, I'm like 20 now, so we go to the rave after party or some shit like that, which was in the building, and we showing the tickets and all that other stuff. And this is my first time ever being at a rave too. This shit was weird. I was seeing a lot of cosplay people dancing. This is my first time seeing a bunch of nerds get down and doing shufflings and all that. I think shuffling was probably, but anyway, they were just doing Baltimore. You could tell like Baltimore niggas because when they was playing that house music, the Baltimore niggas was getting down, and the shit was lit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I turned to my right and I swear to God, everything went blurry, but I saw it. And it's just like I don't know what it was. It was like something out of a movie or some shit. I seen her, and I was like, "Oh shit, there she go." So, without even thinking, I found my way over there, and I had to maneuver shit. I was like maneuvering because people was dancing and all that stuff. I was trying to maneuver and shit, and I got behind her, and I gently put my hand over her shoulder, and she just turned around. She see me, and her eyes lit up. And she gave me a big ass hug, and and without hesitation, I kissed her on the dance floor. She kissed me back too, and we was just like happy to see each other. It was just like yo, I was looking. I told her I was looking for you all day. I was like, I really wanted to see you and all that other stuff. And you know, like we would slow dance. And then next thing you know, we did a little dance. Um, we was dancing for a minute, and then she had to go. And then that was the last. That was like the last time I seen her. And then one thing, two things I didn't understand is because them tickets. I was like, these tickets are expensive for a day. Come to find out, I got the tickets for the weekend. So both of us had tickets for the whole weekend. So, and I'm here at the Saturday, and I didn't even think about how the fuck we were supposed to get home. But like again, by the grace of God, this is how I feel like God is. Um, Clarence's mom came all the way to Baltimore to come get us. So we took the ride home. So and then that's when Clarence told me, he was like, yeah, you know, the tickets was for the whole weekend. I was like, what? I was like, yeah, like the tickets was for the whole weekend. Like we could have went back Sunday and still would have experienced more. I said, damn, I didn't even know that because Sunday was like my actual day off. I didn't have to work that Sunday, so I was just like, shit. Now be mindful, like while this was going, they was calling me at my job. They just ring. So like, they was calling me at my job, and I ignored everything. But as soon as I came back and I saw my homegirl, little Spanish girl, I had to apologize. I was like, I was going to, and I went to a convention, and I was going to the convention, and they didn't fire me, but I was getting, but like, um, in like 3 weeks, I was going into the Navy anyway, so it's not like they didn't care. I gave them, so you know. With that being said, my first experience at Otakon was trying to see a girl, and then and I think that spiraled to a lot of things because after that, my man Clarence, that's when he started frequently going to Otakon, and he was having fun. And then this was still in Baltimore. We would make plans because I was in the Navy, so I never went then. But when I got out the Navy, I started going with him because I always had money to go to the Otakons. So we get hotels, and I'm gonna be the hottest days ever, but we knew how to get to the conventions and all that other stuff. So with that, like he started frequently going. He made sure he had enough money to save to go to the hotels and the um, conventions and the raves and all that stuff. We start going in packs. He start going to panels and all that other stuff. We start going in groups. Everybody shared a hotel or some shit like that. Like to them, we done had fun. And then when they get to DC, it got more easier. And I was like, thank God. But I still miss the ice cold water for only $1. And as far as if anybody's wondering, like, where's the girl now? I think she's married with a kid. Well, I don't know if they're married, but I'm gonna just assume she's married with a kid because the next time I saw her, it was at a CastleCon, and like we caught up on then too. But like, she was obviously with a man and all that other stuff, and it was like, oh, was it an Otakon? But it might have been an Otakon. But anyway, like I caught up with her, and like we just sit there, we chopped it up and all that stuff. And it was like, my man's he's doing a DJ event. It was like, once you come through, it was like, yeah, I go see. I gave him the address and all that stuff, and then like so. I haven't seen her in a minute after that, but we frequently like go some here and there. So even though I work this weekend, I'm still gonna find a way to go for the 30th anniversary because there's people that I still want to see that's going, and I got a better job now, so I'm not taking off. But when I get the chance to, I am going to go to Otakon just to see what's up. At least visit the people. So that's my plan before I go into work. So that's my experience with Otakon. Again, congratulations to Otakon for 30 years, and here's the 30 more. Here's the 100 more. And here's to all the nerds that and the geeks and the anime fans that's kept that alive. And cheers to you. I don't have a drink in my hand, but Mazel Tov. Anyway, I would like to hear y'all first Otakon experience if this gets popular. I would like to hear y'all's. So let me know what it is. Today, my name is Oskino Fly, and I'm out. Peace.